Hello and welcome back. It's been a little while since we've done a video.
Yes, we have been busy.
Yep, we have moved. We've relocated due to work. So that's taken us away from making videos and all. So we are
But
fine.
we're happy. Everything's good. It's all
Yep.
good. Just a lot moving long distance.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. We
Still
moved.
in Florida though.
We
So.
we moved. We made a good little move, but we are finally set up, and we're trying to get back in the rhythm of making videos.
You good over there?
Yeah, I think so. We've got a new president.
We do.
Imagine that.
President-elect.
President-elect, yep.
Yeah, lots
So-
happened just in a few short weeks, which we knew. I mean, this is just such
Yeah.
such a wild time, busy time. Just a lot going on. I mean, it's literally day to day, and even during the day.
Yeah.
You know, there's constantly things happening and news
Yeah.
going on, changes. So.
Yep, a lot of changes, a lot of things happening. That brings me to this little clip. We found this on X. This is just a short clip that Trump made of some of the things he's going to do whenever he starts his administration. I know already, just
Oh, yeah. Things
just
are
him
happening.
being the
Shaking things
president-elect, the world is changing.
Yeah.
And you can feel it. You can feel it in the air right now.
As Phil Collins would say.
Yeah, you can feel it in the air. So let's see. Let's watch this little clip here, and then we'll comment.
If we don't have free speech, then we just don't have a free country. It's as simple as that. If this most fundamental right is allowed to perish, then the rest of our rights and liberties will topple, just like dominoes, one by one. They'll go down. That's why today I'm announcing my plan to shatter the left-wing censorship regime and to reclaim the right to free speech for all
This is
Americans.
huge.
And reclaim is a very important word in this case because they've taken it away. In recent weeks, bombshell reports have confirmed that a sinister group of deep state bureaucrats, Silicon Valley tyrants, left-wing activists, and depraved corporate news media have been conspiring to manipulate and silence the American people. They have collaborated to suppress vital information on everything from elections to public health. The censorship cartel must be dismantled and destroyed, and it must happen immediately. And here's my plan. First, within hours of my inauguration, I will sign an executive order banning any federal department or agency from colluding with any organization, business, or person to censor, limit, categorize, or impede the lawful speech of American citizens. I will then ban federal money from being used to label domestic speech as mis- or disinformation. And I will begin the process of identifying and firing every federal bureaucrat who has engaged in domestic censorship, directly or indirectly, whether they are the Department of Homeland Security,
This is huge.
the Department of Health
sure hope he
and
means
Human
it.
Services,
I do
the
too.
FBI,
I really hope he means it.
the DOJ, no matter who they are.
Robert F. Kennedy
Second,
Jr. is
I
the one
will
that
order
posted
the
this,
Department
right?
of Justice to
I think so.
investigate all parties involved in the new online censorship regime, which is absolutely destructive and terrible, and to aggressively prosecute any and all crimes identified. These include possible violations of federal civil rights law, campaign finance laws, federal election law, securities law, and antitrust laws, the Hatch Act, and a host of other potential criminal, civil, regulatory, and constitutional offenses. To assist in these efforts, I am urging House Republicans to immediately send preservation letters, and we have to do this right now, to the Biden administration, the Biden campaign, and every Silicon Valley tech giant, ordering them not to destroy evidence of censorship. Third, upon my inauguration as president, I will ask Congress to send a bill to my desk revising Section 230 to get big online platforms out of censorship business. From now on, digital platforms should only qualify for immunity protection under Section 230 if they meet high standards of neutrality, transparency, fairness, and non-discrimination. We should require these platforms to increase their efforts to take down unlawful content such as child exploitation and promoting terrorism, while dramatically curtailing their power to arbitrarily restrict lawful speech. Fourth, we need to break up the entire toxic censorship industry that has arisen under the false guise of tackling so-called mis- and disinformation. The federal government should immediately stop funding all nonprofits and academic programs that support this authoritarian project. If any U.S. university is discovered to have engaged in censorship activities or election interferences in the past, such as flagging social media content for removal of blacklisting, those universities should lose federal research dollars and federal student loan support for a period of 5 years and maybe more. We should also enact new laws laying out clear criminal penalties for federal bureaucrats who partner with private entities to do an end run around the Constitution and deprive Americans of their First, Fourth, and Fifth Amendment rights. In other words, deprive them of their vote. And once you lose those elections, and once you lose your borders like we have, you no longer have a country. Furthermore, to confront the problems of major platforms being infiltrated by legions of former deep staters and intelligence officials, there should be a 7-year cooling-off period before any employee of the FBI, CIA, NSA, DNI, DHS, or DOD is allowed to take a job at a company possessing vast quantities of U.S. user data.
That's right.
Fifth, the time has finally come for Congress to pass a digital Bill of Rights. This should include a right to digital due process. In other words, government officials should need a court order to take down online content, not send information requests such as the FBI was sending to Twitter. Furthermore, when users of big online platforms have their content or accounts removed, throttled, shadow banned, or otherwise restricted, no matter what name they use, they should have the right to be informed that it's happening, the right to a specific explanation of the reason why, and the right to a timely appeal. In addition, all users over the age of 18 should have the right to opt out of content moderation and curation entirely and receive an unmanipulated stream of information if they so choose. The fight for free speech is a matter of victory or death for America and for the survival of Western civilization itself. When I am president, this whole rotten system of censorship and information control will be ripped out of the system at large. There won't be anything left. By restoring free speech, we'll begin to reclaim our democracy and save our nation. Thank you, and God bless America.
That's huge.
Yeah, that is.
That is huge. There's a couple of these going around. Some of his plans, and God, I hope he does it.
And I'm just thinking as I was listening, like how that's going to be enforced, and you know what I mean. Like it's going to be
tough.
It's going to be quite a task.
Well,
but if you build the right team and you use your resources, it can be done. I think a lot of it could be done maybe kind of like the same way that they're already censoring people. They just kind of use that same technology, but to find to kind of comb through and
they know he's put the statement out. They know he's coming. They know that his team's coming. So they're going to try to get rid of stuff, but stuff on the internet.
They were saying like don't shred your.
Yeah, if it's digital, it's on the internet. It's always there. You can't get rid of it. It's there, and they'll find it. And I fully
just like releasing the Twitter files.
Oh yeah. I fully believe in free speech, First 100%. Amendment. If you don't have free speech, as he says, you don't have a country, but
You don't have freedom. If you
You
don't,
don't
have
have
freedom
freedom.
of speech, you aren't free.
you
It's just
you
that
should
simple.
be able to. You
'Cause
should
if
be
you don't
free.
if you don't have freedom of speech, then you don't have anything else. I mean, it's
Yeah.
like it starts there, and then it's like slowly deteriorates all your other freedoms. So it's just, and it's really wild to me. I think that people are like, well, you know, it's funny, they're against censorship when it's them,
Yeah.
but they're for it when it's someone who doesn't think like they do. And it's like, that's
Right.
not how this works.
Yeah, it's not how it works. You can't dictate censorship.
No, like,
Everyone should be free to say what they want, say their mind, speak their mind, say whatever they want.
but also understanding that you have to face the consequences of that free speech.
Yeah,
And that's another
yeah.
thing too. Like, people just don't want all the free speech, and then they don't want to have to, you know, deal with the consequences of the things that they say. Because if you're lying, if you're saying things that aren't true,
Yeah.
you know, that's your prerogative. You can do that. But when someone else calls you out, or if you're ridiculed for it, then don't come crying. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah. We as human beings are smart enough to take in information and make our own decisions.
should be.
If you hear something you don't agree with, research
Research
it. Research it.
And consider where you got the information
Yeah.
from. Really? I mean, come on.
And if you don't like what someone says, don't listen to them. Turn the channel. You know, you have no right to tell someone else what they can or cannot say. Just like they can't tell you what you can or cannot say.
And certain voices should not be amplified because of special interests and because of censorship from other people. Just like certain voices shouldn't be silenced, certain voices shouldn't be amplified just because it's, you know, going along with some agenda. I think that basically the people should be able to choose, and, you know, that's kind of that. And I think it will even out in the end. Because I do believe that ultimately people want the truth. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, that's becoming harder and harder to find, but it's out there.
Yeah. You just have to search. You just have to, do your own research. If you hear something you don't believe in or don't think it's true, research it.
Question it.
Question it. Check multiple
think
sources, not just
A
Google.
good way to kind of dope, just kind of like, you got a feeling. You don't know why. You got a hunch. You question it. The other person will gladly explain or show where they got the information from without ridiculing you, calling you a name, making you feel stupid. There's your flag right there. If you ask, a question because you just want to understand and they come at you, that's a red flag.
Yeah.
But if they actually are like, oh, this person shows, and don't be condescending if it's an opposing view.
No.
I mean, that's how we learn, ask and be genuine that you genuinely want to know. I want to understand your side. And if they are, honest and willing to explain, then there's probably something there that's worth listening to.
Yeah.
And there's probably something that you can learn. But if they're defensive and get really upset, that's normally, a red flag.
Yeah.
So I think it's just we've got to learn how to better communicate with one another, how to learn from each other, and how to differentiate between what's really true and then what's just being pushed on us.
Yeah, that's right.
So
But
one step at a time, right?
right.
Hopefully
but
moving in the right
it's your
direction.
right to be able to express your opinions
Yes.
and not have someone shut you up.
Or make you feel stupid for it.
Yeah. Yep.
It's just wrong.
That's wrong.
So
Well, anyway, I guess that's going to be it for this one. It's been a while since we've done a video, so we hope to get back in rhythm again since we're
we are going to.
somewhat situated in the new house, and
Yeah, we're still kind of figuring out how we're
Yeah.
going to do the
Yeah.
setup and everything, so might see some changes.
yeah.
But you got to start where you are. So
that's right.
Here we are. Thank you for watching, though.
Yeah, thank you for watching, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. Please share our videos with like-minded friends of yours. We are still trying to grow the channel, so we appreciate it. We appreciate you watching and sharing. Comment, talk to us, and open up a line of debate. We'll talk to you, whether you agree with us or not. But anyway,
Until next time, thank y'all.
Bye bye.